Today I'm going to show you how to make egg pudding in my Ninja air fryer, my Ninja grill, and as a bonus, creme brulee. I'm Anita from KetogenicWoman.com, where I share keto and carnivore recipes and other cooking ideas. These have helped me to lose over 130 pounds. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you check out some of my other videos. And for those of you returning, welcome back, and I hope you like today's video. Okay, so today we're going to have a little bit of fun. I have been playing with Steak and Butter Gal's egg pudding. It's a fan favorite for sure. I'm going to link that below. She does a steamed egg pudding recipe that's been in her family. Her mama does it, all that kind of thing. I've tried it many times. And I struggle with getting that silky consistency that she seems to just nail it every single time. And there's different ways that she's done it. I think she has a Instant Pot video as well as her, steaming, boiling method. This week I decided I was going to try it in here. And I think that the results were worthwhile, so that I don't have to bother with all that other stuff. It's pretty easy to put them in here, and I got the good texture, and so I'm pretty happy with it. And I'm going to show you how I did that today. I am also going to show you, because once I did that, then my brain turned over to Kelly Hogan's creme brulee, which she bakes in the oven. I made it for myself for my birthday last week, but now I decided I was going to try it in here as well, and it turned out really good. So I'm going to show you both today because obviously the creme brulee has cream in it. It's got dairy, not for everybody, but the egg pudding can be made with just water or bone broth. Before we get to this ninja magic, I want to take a quick moment to tell you who is sponsoring today's video, and that is Element. What is Element? It is a super tasty electrolyte drink that contains everything your body needs and none of the junk ingredients that your body does not need. It contains a science-backed formula of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. Comes in some amazing flavors, including raw for those of you who are trying to go sweetener free. I'm working towards that as well. Right now, Element is offering to my viewers this sample pack, which contains all 8 of their great, amazing flavors, including the raw, unflavored. You can try them all out yourself. You can share it with a friend to introduce them to electrolytes. I've done it with a couple of family members and another friend, so spread the word. To get your free sample pack, go to drinkelement.com/ketogenicwoman. That's drinkelement.com/ketogenicwoman. The website link will be here as well as down below for you to click on. Thank you, Element, for sponsoring today's video. Okay, for those of you who have made Bella's egg pudding before, you know that it is equal parts eggs to equal parts liquid. You can use bone broth or water or cream. I'm saving this cream for the creme brulee though. And I just, I like it with the water just fine. And then you can, melt butter on top or, whatever kinds of things you like to do. So I'm probably going to use 3 eggs, I think. Let's see how much that gives us. I just want to see approximately how much we have here. 3/4 of a cup, just over 150 mils. Anyways, get your own measuring cup and use equal parts eggs to equal parts water. The eggs are all different sizes, so you kind of have to eyeball it every time you do it. I am going to put in 3/4 of a cup of water. I think for me that will be just right. All right, I'm gonna mix that up really good. That water wasn't hot, by the way. You don't want to scramble your eggs. It was just sort of semi-warm from when I had heated up the kettle before. You'll end up with eggs drop soup if you're not careful. Now, if you wanted to, you could add a pinch of salt. I just make it with the water, and then later add my own topping. There's a lady that I know, she adds browned butter on top. That sounds nice. I keep thinking I want to try that, but then I keep forgetting to make brown butter bites. Nicely mixed up. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in a pan and get this going. Ooh, I bet you weren't expecting that. 2 loaf pans. So here's the trick to doing it in the Ninja. It's a water bath. And so what happened was I saw Kelly Hogan's Creme Brulee recipe, and she does hers in the oven with a water bath. And for those of you that have been around a while, like I have, you know that way back when we used to make cheesecakes or anything that was kind of custardy or cheesecakey would go in a water bath, and that prevents your creation from cracking. It just makes for a better result. So I thought, well, you know, our Ninjas, and it doesn't really matter. I mean, it doesn't have to be this model. Any one that you have comes with its own pan, and you can put water in here. I'm gonna fill this with water, just about an inch or so, and I'm going to bake my egg pudding right here. So I'll be right back. Hang on. So when I made this the other day, I measured out the water. It was about 4 cups. It almost doesn't really matter, 3 cups, 4 cups, 5 cups. It's not the amount of water that's important. It's the moist heat that this is going to create. So I'm going to put this on bake at 325. Now, you'll need to maybe experiment with your own air fryer, unless it's this one. This will just work the way I'm doing it. But if you've got a different type, a different type of Ninja grill or a different name or whatever, experiment with the time and temperature, because you can always open it and check it. That's the nice thing about it too. So I'm going to put it on the bake option at 325. This, in theory, I think I did it for 25 minutes and it worked out perfectly. So we're going to get this one going, and then while it's cooking, we'll put together the creme brulee. Okay, I'm going to put this into my first loaf pan here. Now you can use a different size pan. I chose the loaf pans because I can actually fit 2 of them side by side in here, even though I'm just going to bake one. But you can have like a, what do they call those? The square brownie pans. For this, you'd want 8 inches. I think the 9-inch was too big. So you'll have to play with it and see what kind of pans you have at home that will fit into your machine. Okay, let's put it in there. We're just gonna put it right into the water here and close the lid. And it is going to bake for 25 minutes in that water bath. Now let's put together the creme brulee. I'm only making half a recipe of the creme brulee. I like it way too much. And I have a love-hate relationship with dairy. I love dairy. Dairy doesn't love me back as much as I love it. So it's only a once in a while treat, and half a recipe is all I want in the house because I will end up eating the whole thing. So 2 egg yolks and 1 cup of heavy cream. I'm fortunate that I can find the organic heavy cream that has 1 ingredient, and that is organic heavy cream. There's no gums or fillers or anything like that. And to my mixture, I'm going to add just a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, a pinch of Redmond salt, and a dash of cinnamon. You don't have to add any of that. I am going to link Kelly Hogan's creme brulee recipe down below where she bakes it in the oven, because it's pretty simple too, and just in case you don't have one of these guys to cook it in. So 1 cup of cream, that is going to be heated on the stove first. So I'm just going to dump this in here. So I'm just going to take this over to my stove and just heat it up. We don't want it boiling, we just want it hot. As though you're heating up, you know, baby formula or something. It should be warm but not hot. So be right back. Okay, let's take a look. Ooh, it is definitely done. It's still a little bouncy, so that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna take it out carefully, because you do have very hot water down there. I'm going to cut this open in a moment so that you can see the results, but I want to bring over the cream and get this other one in there. So I will be right back. Okay, so I've got my 2 egg yolks, which I'm going to put in here. Oops, I broke it on the way. And I'm just going to mix that up with my whisk. I have also my hot milk, or cream actually. I did let it go a little too long, and so it thickened up a bit, but that should be okay. Just really want to whip it good in here, get any lumps out. There shouldn't be lumps, but I made a couple. I would like to put in now my pinch of Redmond salt and half a teaspoon of vanilla. These are optional ingredients. Okay, so let's get this going again. We want it to be on bake, 325, about the same time, 25 minutes, but I'll check on it. So just want, before I put this in there, just want to point out something on this loaf. It has a top crust. And now I like that effect, so I just want to let you know before you make this, if you don't like a crust on top, this isn't the method for you. But it is this crust that ended up on top that made me think of, ooh, the creme brulee in this machine is going to build its own crust. And I liked that, and it did turn out very nice. So let's pour this in here. And I'm going to sprinkle mine with a little bit of cinnamon. All right, we'll put it in as soon as that heats up. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the middle. Okay, so while we're waiting for the creme brulee to do its magic, let's see how this turned out here. Okay, I'm going to try to get this out without breaking it. And now you can, of course, cook this a bit longer, but I broke it in my flipping here. What I wanted to show you is the silky texture. Okay, so I had terrible trouble achieving that, cooking it in a pot or in the Instant Pot. It always looked like curdled scrambled eggs, and yes, I tried different times, different temperatures, different dishes, This has been consistent for me pretty much all, the few times I've tried it. Now, there is a little bit of egg kind of runny at the bottom here. And so maybe a couple more minutes would take care of that. But also, I usually don't dish it out until I've let it cool down completely. But I just wanted to show it to you. So I normally also put butter on top and some of that naked sauce, like it's like coconut aminos. But I wanted to, and also I like mine with some Redmonds. But anyways, I'm just going to try it bare naked here. It's really good. Like for me, it is a great texture, and I like having that the top crust on top. And like I said, if it's something you don't like, then use the steaming method or the Instant Pot method. But I don't mind it at all. And this is going to be a meal for me later, but I'm excited to show you the creme brulee. So in the next section, I'll show you the creme brulee coming out real quick, but then it's got to go in the fridge for an hour, and then I'll cut it for you. Okay, here's our creme brulee. Already complete with a crust on the top. Now I did put it in for an extra 2 minutes. I just felt like it just needed to set ever so slightly more. So now it is going to go into the fridge for 1 hour just to really set, and then we're going to give it a taste test. I'm just so excited about this. I really love this creme brulee. Kelly, it's all your fault. Anyways, we'll see you in the next segment. Okay, we are back. This is well chilled. It's been in the fridge for about an hour, and I am ready to take some out to try it. I'm going to put a serving in this little dish here. So let me just get loose. I'm loosening up the creme brulee from the sides. Just cut a small piece. Otherwise, if I try it out of here, I'll just keep eating it. It's so good. And I'll see if I can get it out of here without breaking it. Oh, I broke it a little bit, but there you go. That's how creamy it is. I have to put it in here. It's dripping. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, if you wanted to get super decadent, you could top it with unsweetened whipped cream, but there's a lot of cream in here for me. So I just want to, in case you forgot what I put in here, there's no sweetener in here. I find this extremely delicious and satisfying without any sweetener. If you're keto or carnivore, go ahead. But I would encourage you to try it without and just see. You might like it. Oh, that is so good. It's very rich, decadent, and satisfying. So that's it. That's the creme brulee. I hope you give it a try in this machine or whatever air fryer / grill. As long as your thing has a bake option, I think you should be okay, and if you're able to put a pan underneath with the water. So, like I mentioned, Kelly's link for in the oven and Steak and Butter Gal's link for how she makes her egg pudding, all will be below. And I hope you give it a try and enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in the next video.
So let's get started. Oh, no, let's not get started. So before we, okay, no. Do you mind, can I just stop and get some fresh water here? I'm drinking stale water from yesterday.